And I'm going to read from verse 6. Hebrews chapter 10. And I'll read for us from not verse 6. Let me read from verse 5. Are we there? Hebrews chapter 10 from verse 5. It says, therefore, when he came into the world, he said, sacrifice and offering you did not desire, but a body you have prepared for me. In burnt offerings and sacrifices for sin, you had no pleasure. Then I said, my anchor verse, then I said, behold, I have come. In the volume of the book, it is written of me to do your will, O God. Ladies and gentlemen, this scripture is actually talking about the man Jesus Christ. He said, I come in the volume of the book that is written concerning me. And I've come to do your will, O God. Listen, every human being that comes into the world has a word that is written concerning him or her. Every human being that comes into the world has a word that is spoken to God, and that word is locked up in his destiny and locked up within his life. And so, your world is now a function of the word that you came into the world with. Do we understand? Do we understand? Or do I repeat myself? You understand? Your joy and fulfillment and final judgment before God is a function of the fulfillment of that word that you are able to keep in the earth. Now, I want to say something that may sound a bit complicated, so follow me carefully. On the last day, the judgment of man is not because you sinned. Hear carefully. It's not because you sinned, but because you failed to fulfill that purpose. Sin only came to make you not to do that which the world asks you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? Do you know what is sin? What it means to sin. To sin means to miss the mark. That's what sin actually means. Like if you're an archer, you know archers, people that, fire bows and arrows from bows. There's a target called the bull's eye. So when you fire an arrow, the arrow is supposed to hit the bull's eye, the center of the target. Now, if the arrow misses it, it says that the arrow has sinned. So when you fire an arrow, a lot of factors affect the direction of the arrow. 1, your position. 2, the strength with which you pull the bow. 3, maybe the wind too. The arrow is set on motion, but something makes it not to hit the target. Then the arrow sin. So a man is fired with an intention to hit the target, which is your purpose, which is accompanied by the word that is spoken concerning you. Are we together? I'm going to prove this to you from scripture. Let's look at the book of Judges and chapter 15. Judges chapter 13. It's going to be a long read, but just listen to it. I'm saying all this tonight so that you will be able to pray. When fornication come against you, the issue is not because the thing wants you to go to hell. No, the idea is that so that you don't fulfill destiny. You don't fulfill purpose. In Judges chapter 13, let me read to us from verse 1. I'll read very quickly. Again, the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord delivered them into the hand of the Philistines for 40 years. Now there was a certain man from Zorah of the family of the Danites, whose name was Manoah, and his wife was barren and had no children. And the angel of the Lord appeared to the woman and said to her, indeed now you are barren and have borne no children, but you shall conceive and bear a son. Now therefore, please, pay attention now. Please, be careful not to drink wine or similar drink, and not to eat anything unclean. For behold, you shall conceive and bear a son. And no razor shall come upon his head, for the child shall be a